What if the very fear that keeps you awake at night could also be the key to your greatest success? Anxiety isn't just a modern affliction, it's a force that's driven some of history's greatest figures. Take Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated samurai, who didn't just face his fears, he turned them into fuel for greatness. But how? And what can his story teach us about harnessing our own inner battles? Stick around because the answer might just change the way you see anxiety and yourself. Embracing anxiety in our modern world. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, anxiety feels almost inevitable, a constant hum in the background of our lives. Social pressures, career demands, financial insecurities, and the relentless pull of technology all contribute to an overwhelming sense of unease. We scroll through highlight reels of other people's lives, compare ourselves to impossible standards, and worry about an uncertain future. Anxiety often feels like a weight we carry alone, a force we must battle to live a normal life. But what if we're looking at it all wrong? What if, instead of seeing anxiety as an enemy, we reframed it as an ally, a teacher guiding us toward growth and understanding? Miyamoto Musashi's story offers a powerful perspective, a beacon of hope in the storm. This legendary samurai didn't just encounter anxiety, he walked through it, faced it head-on, and emerged stronger on the other side. Musashi's philosophy challenges us to reconsider our relationship with anxiety. He teaches us that this uncomfortable energy, which so often feels like weakness, can actually be a sign of something deeper, a desire to achieve, to strive, to push beyond our current limitations. Anxiety, in this sense, isn't a roadblock, but a reminder, a signal that we're stepping into territory that matters. Imagine facing a major life decision. Anxiety creeps in, whispering doubts and fears. Musashi might suggest that these feelings are not your mind betraying you, but rather an opportunity to clarify what truly matters. He believed that fear and unease sharpen the mind, forcing us to confront our vulnerabilities and act with greater intention. They hone our focus, much like the sharpening of a blade, revealing not only the challenges ahead, but also the strength within us to face them. In Musashi's life, anxiety wasn't just an abstract concept, it was visceral, real, and ever-present. As a wandering samurai constantly on the edge of death, every duel was a dance with fear, yet he didn't resist it. He embraced the adrenaline, the heightened senses, the clarity of purpose anxiety brought him in those moments. Anxiety wasn't a flaw, it was a hallmark of striving, of stepping into his greatness. We too can learn to channel this energy. Instead of resisting the discomfort or numbing it, what if we leaned in? What if we asked ourselves, what is this anxiety teaching me? What can I learn from this moment of uncertainty? Perhaps anxiety isn't telling us to stop, but to pay closer attention, to double down on what matters most. Musashi's life reminds us that growth is rarely comfortable. It often involves stepping into the unknown, risking failure, and embracing fear. Anxiety is part of that process, a necessary companion on the journey to becoming our best selves. It doesn't have to be a weight that drags us down, it can be a force that propels us forward. So, as we navigate the chaos of the modern world, let us take inspiration from Musashi. Let us recognize anxiety not as a weakness, but as an invitation, a call to rise, to grow, and to live with the same courage and focus that defined one of history's greatest warriors. Anxiety as a catalyst for greatness. What Miyamoto Musashi teaches us is a profound truth. Anxiety is not inherently negative. It is neither an enemy nor a flaw, but a natural response to stepping into the unknown. In fact, anxiety often serves as a signal that we're approaching something meaningful, something that has the potential to transform us. It arises in moments of uncertainty, challenge, and the possibility of failure, all of which are necessary precursors to growth. Consider your own life. Think about the pivotal moments that have shaped who you are: starting a new job, entering a relationship, making a daring decision, or speaking up for something you believe in. Chances are, anxiety accompanied those experiences. Perhaps it knotted your stomach, quickened your heartbeat, or clouded your thoughts. Yet, those were likely the moments when you pushed yourself beyond your limits, stepping out of your comfort zone into a space where true growth could happen. For Musashi, anxiety wasn't something to be avoided or suppressed. It was a force to be embraced and harnessed. Picture him walking into a duel, knowing that one wrong move could end his life. The stakes were unimaginably high, and fear was his constant companion. Yet, rather than allowing anxiety to paralyze him, Musashi used it to sharpen his mind, heighten his awareness, and refine his focus. Anxiety became his ally, a tool that propelled him toward mastery rather than holding him back. Think about a musician stepping onto a stage for the first time. Their hands may tremble, their mind may race, and yet, the same adrenaline that fuels their anxiety also fuels their performance. Or consider an athlete in a high-stakes competition. Their anxiety is not a hindrance. It's a signal to their body and mind to prepare, to focus, to deliver their best. Anxiety in these moments is not the enemy of greatness, it's the catalyst. Musashi's teachings remind us that greatness isn't about the absence of anxiety, it's about learning to coexist with it, to let it motivate rather than overwhelm us. Anxiety, when properly understood, becomes a tool, a force that drives preparation, adaptability, and excellence. He reminds us that discomfort is not the problem, it's our resistance to it that creates suffering. By embracing anxiety, we can transform it from a burden into a source of strength. It's not about silencing the voice of fear, but learning to work alongside it, letting it remind us of what's at stake and pushing us to rise above our doubts. So, the next time anxiety shows up, don't fight it or see it as a failure. Instead, ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? How can I use this energy to prepare, to focus, to strive for something greater? Remember Musashi, standing in the face of fear, not as a man without anxiety, but as one who turned it into a weapon of unparalleled greatness. Let anxiety be your companion, not as a foe to overcome, but as a partner on your path to achieving what truly matters. The path forward, finding strength in fear. As we reflect on Miyamoto Musashi's journey, we come to understand a profound truth. Greatness does not arise from ease or certainty. It is forged in the fires of challenge, fear, and the unknown. Anxiety is not an enemy to vanquish, but a companion on the road to transformation, a spark capable of igniting the hidden reserves of our inner strength. Musashi's life serves as a testament to this idea. Here was a man who lived with fear as his constant companion, walking into duel after duel with his life hanging in the balance. He could have let anxiety paralyze him, but he didn't. Instead, he chose to face his fear, to learn from it, and to channel it into preparation, clarity, and action. Fear became his teacher, anxiety his fuel, and together they propelled him to heights of mastery few have ever reached. So the next time you feel the crushing weight of anxiety pressing down on your chest, threatening to hold you back, think of Musashi. Remember that even the greatest warriors, the legends we revere, felt fear too. They didn't succeed because they were fearless. They succeeded because they embraced their fear, faced it head on, and used it to push themselves forward. Anxiety is often misunderstood. We see it as a signal that something is wrong, that we're inadequate or unprepared. But what if we saw it differently? What if anxiety wasn't a sign of failure, but an indicator of growth? Anxiety arises when we step outside the comfort of the familiar and into the terrain of the unknown. It signals that we are about to face a challenge, one that matters. Musashi's legacy teaches us that greatness isn't about eliminating anxiety or conquering fear. It's about transforming them. It's about recognizing that fear is a natural response to stepping into greatness, and anxiety is the fuel that can drive us to prepare harder, focus sharper, and act with purpose. The question is not whether you will feel anxiety, it's whether you will let it hold you back or carry you forward. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a great opportunity, a new job, a creative project, a bold decision. Anxiety will be there. It will whisper in your ear, reminding you of the risks, the uncertainty, the chance of failure. But this is the moment Musashi calls us to remember. Fear and anxiety are not signs to stop. They are signals that you are standing on the threshold of something meaningful. The path to mastery is not an easy one. It is littered with obstacles, shadowed by doubt, and illuminated only by the flickering light of determination. But the rewards of this journey are profound. By embracing anxiety, by allowing it to guide and sharpen us, we move closer to our true potential. Musashi's life is a powerful reminder that courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to act in spite of it. Each time we confront anxiety, we strengthen our ability to endure, to learn, and to rise above. Fear stops being a barrier and starts becoming a stepping stone. So, as you move forward in your own journey, take this lesson with you. Anxiety is not your adversary. It's your ally in disguise. It's the fire that tempers steel, the storm that reveals the strength of the roots, the challenge that forges character. Let it guide you, not away from discomfort, but through it, toward a life of growth, resilience, and achievement. The path to greatness begins not in the absence of fear, but in the courage to embrace it. Will you step forward? Will you let anxiety be your teacher and your strength? The choice, as always, is yours.